let me give the credit where it is due. One of the person, Mitra Desai, that I mentioned, who is in Australia, and she has written a novelette called Flag of Ananta based on this research, and she discovered this Mount Ananta, not my discovery.
Namaskar, Mandali. I have been overwhelmed by your messages about my book, The Flag of Ananta, in Sugriva's Footsteps. So I want to give a special shout out to Nileshji and TRS, the Ranveer Show, for referring to this book. It seems to be flying off the shelf, so thank you. If you haven't already seen the TRS video that discusses the Ramayana and the South American connection, do check it out. I'll put a link in the description. So let me share what I know so far. Let's fly straight to the heart of this mystery. Fast forward to present-day Peru, the Paracas candelabra, that's also known as the candelabra of Andes. This is a massive prehistoric geoglyph that's etched onto the northern face of the Paracas Peninsula. Now, incredibly, this design is carved 2 feet deep into the earth, and this giant figure that you're seeing on your screen right now is over 600 feet tall and is visible almost from 19 kilometers out at the sea. The surrounding mountain ranges, they're also riddled with even more fascinating petroglyphs and geoglyphs, something that we'll explore later. So what's the Ananta connection? Are the Andes a metaphor for the thousand-hooded serpent? Well, we do know that these mountain ranges run along the entire western edge of South America, and they occupy parts of 7 different countries. And yes, there are 1,000 or more mountains in the Andes. Currently, there are 114 peaks that have been named. Now, here's where things get mind-boggling. Of these 114, not 1, but 4 mountain peaks in the Andes are named Ananta. We have Cerro Ananta, then there's Nevado Ananta, Mount Ananta, and Kualap Ananta, all of them reaching majestic heights. Now, if someone can explain why these peaks in the Andes, 17,000 kilometers away from Bharat, have a name with such specific and uniquely Hindu connotation, I'm all ears. But the plot thickens. Now, in an area called the Caravalli Valley, the mountain ranges are known for a vast collection of petroglyphs and geoglyphs, including, wait for it, snakes. Now, snake worship is common in many ancient cultures, including the Mesoamerican. So no surprises there. But here's the twist. The petroglyphs here are polycephalic snakes, which means creatures with multiple heads. Now, this research is credited to Martin van Hoek, and I'll put the link in the description to the post I'm referring to. Now, on your screen, you'll see the petroglyph, which is a bicephalic snake, 2 heads. By the time you keep scrolling down, we see more and more petroglyphs, eventually depicting 3, 4, 5, 6, and yes, even 7 heads. So if you think back to our stories and the Kalya Mardan comes to mind, or even the Sheshanag is a multi-headed serpent, often depicted with 5 or 7 hoods. Now, Ananta is understood to mean several, and Anantanag is depicted with thousands of hoods. It's pertinent that the researcher in his conclusion, and I quote, says, the relatively high number of images of polycephalic snakes clearly demonstrate the Caravalli region represents a special place in the Andean worldview. And he concludes that additional contextual information from many archaeological remains in the valley may shed light on the mystery and perhaps in one time be possible to explain Ananta, the phenomena of the Caravalli Valley. So you see, the name Ananta as well as the polycephalic snakes are a mystery that the locals and the researchers are trying to solve. Do our epics hold the key to unlocking this mystery? Dismissing these connections as a mere coincidence, I think, is far too simplistic, but I'm open to hearing other views. I've explored this and other such fascinating insights in the book Flag of Ananta. Now, our heroine is a modern Bharatiya Yuvati who embarks on this captivating adventure. It's filled with time travel, intrigue, and exploration. So if you're curious to learn more, grab a copy and let me know what you think. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who might be interested in this fascinating puzzle.